Hi everyone, it is Wednesday, August 10th, 2016, and this is episode 82 of Serenova Crafts. I'm your host Jessica. I can be found as Serenova on Ravelry and Twitter, and as Serenova Crafts on Instagram. You can find the show notes for today's episode on my blog or in the Ravelry group, and there's an email as well in the credits if you want to email me. I'm always open to chatting with people. There's an AMA thread in, which is Ask Me Anything for those of you that don't know the acronym, in my Ravelry group. And yeah, I love to talk to people. This episode is recorded on my phone again because, well, it seemed to work well last week. So I have relocated to our dining area, which is really an offshoot of the living room. But I have the light in front of me now, not behind me. So as you can see, you can actually see my features and nothing's blurred out. And I figure white walls will help. The cat is right down here. Actually, I don't know if you can hear the water in the background. And honestly, I don't care if you do. We have a cat fountain for her because she doesn't like drinking from a regular water bowl. In fact, when we first tried giving her a regular water bowl, she would overturn it and move it across the room over the course of a night while we were in bed. So we actually invested in a cat fountain. So if you hear any running water behind me, that's her fountain. Because I'm sitting in the corner of the dining room where we have her stuff, because we don't have her food in the kitchen because there's just no space. Our kitchen is very, very small. This is some Pokemon fan art I bought at Anime Boston a few years ago that I put up, and that's one of Kevin's set of it's a katana, a wakizashi, and I can't remember the third name of. Katana's the big one. I think the wakizashi's the tiny one. There's three names, and I only remember two of them, and I only know the katana's the big one. The other two I am forever messing up. So anyways, I'm going to jump right into something I completely forgot to do last week. I realized after I was done recording, and actually I realized after I'd uploaded the episode, not even when I was done recording, because if I realized it before I was finished recording, I could have just recorded another bit, tagged it on the end, and put it up, right? And added it in. But I forgot, I didn't realize until after I'd uploaded the episode that I'd forgotten to do my draw for the July finished object thread in my Ravelry group. Now, for those of you that don't know or are new or just watching me for the first time, thank you very much for watching. I have a finished object thread for every month in my Ravelry group. You can enter any completed object you want. It doesn't have to be knitting, it could be crochet, it could be sewing, it could be spinning. It doesn't matter when you started it, as long as you finished it within the month that the thread is for. So the August thread is now up. I closed the July thread, and now the August thread is up. So if you finish something in the month of August, you can enter it. I will say keep it to crafty things, like if you've rebuilt an engine, you can't post that, but if you've spun anything, or if you've knitted something or crocheted or tatted or sewn, anything crafty, artsy, not really drawings, anything you've made, right? Sewn, knitted, crocheted, spun, something like, keep it to like yarn and fabric related stuff. Don't go too far afield. You're welcome to submit it. So sorry, my hair was just bugging me, and yeah, I actually had to go take a shower this morning, so. Trust me, I take showers on a regular basis, but I went swimming yesterday and I fell asleep last night before I could wash the chlorine out of my hair, so I really had to do one this morning before I podcasted because I didn't want to leave the chlorine sitting in my hair any longer than necessary. So anyways, draw. I got distracted. I am doing the draw. I have random.org up on my computer since I'm using my phone to record, and the July thread goes to 23 posts, and I am the first one, so that means 2 to 23. And 2 to 23, generate. The winner is post 20, and I will screen cap this and put it in the Ravelry thread so you guys can see. Post 20 is, scroll, is the cat lady with her, it looks like a pair of socks. What are these socks called? These are the Bubbles Down the Drain socks. It appears she made them into anklets. They are green and lacy, and they're actually really quite cool. I might look into that pattern. So congratulations, Andrea, for winning. I will just message you because I know who you are. So if it's, someone who I don't necessarily know who you are by your screen name, which it takes me time to learn these, I will just PM you and go, hey, you won, or tag you in the show notes or something. You'll know. So Andrea, you won. Congratulations. You will probably have told me what you wanted by the time this uploads. Because as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go message Andrea and be like, hey, So anyways, cat lady won. The August thread is now live. I will link it in the show notes because, well, yeah. So that is good, and I will do a print screen, which is, I think just I hit that button. You normally have a another keyboard plugged in, but because my laptop is out here with me right now, yeah. So I am just going to crop this, because you guys don't need to see all the tabs I have open on my laptop. You really don't need to see those, because there's a lot of them. I really do, yeah, I'll crop it later, but I will have the random.org page up with the winner, post 20, which is Andrea, and we're good. So, I guess on to whips. I was hoping to have a faux this week, but the weekend got away from me, and even though I am probably a third of the way down the sleeves on my True Friend, I'm not actually done the sleeves. So I have it here. I've been keeping it in my bag from Sue of the Two Tangled Skeins. She has a shop on Etsy where you can buy bags like this. Not necessarily this fabric, I don't think she has any more of this, but you can buy bags in this Japanese knot style. It is the Tangled Skein CA, if I remember correctly. I can double check and let you know. So, I'm doing my sleeves 2 at a time, so everything is kind of a mess, but you can see here's the sleeves. Now, I am making these sleeves full length as compared to the pattern, which, sorry, I'm trying not to have yarn drop and roll across the floor because this is in fact a bar height table. I'm not at a normal height table, I'm at a bar height table. So I have a bit of a mess here because I kind of shoved everything in the bag and I'm now regretting it. So let's see. All right. That is one ball, which I'm going to need a second ball there, but you know, I have plenty of yarn. I have plenty of yarn for this, so I'm not worried about it. There we go. That is ball 2. And then what is this going through? Okay, there we go. So now that I am untangled, you can see I have the sleeves here 2 at a time because I want them to be the same length because I am extending it. The pattern only comes to about here. I want it all the way here. So I had, when I finished the body, I put it on and the sleeve was sitting, you know, where, the shoulder, wherever the sweater ended, right, where I would pick up the stitches to do the sleeves. I had Kevin measure my arm to my wrist, and I minused 1 inch for growth when blocking because this is so loosely knit that I know it's really gonna grow. And then I'm just knitting to that length. So that is that. As you can see, here's the body. I haven't woven in any ends yet. But here it is. This is the, I think that's the back of the sweater. Yes? No? No, this is the front. Yes, this is the front of the sweater. So you can see here, I did finish the ribbing. I didn't extend it any, but it'll really stretch when I block it. So I'm going to lengthen it a little bit during blocking, but other than that, here it is. You can see the sleeves on the other side, but there we go. That hopefully next week, it will be done and blocked, and actually I want it done so I can wear it to knitting on Friday. Not that I would actually wear a sweater in this weather because it's ridiculous, but whatever, right? So, other whips. I'm going to Rhinebeck, which I think I announced a couple of weeks ago through the generosity of some friends, and as tradition, people do Rhinebeck sweaters, so I have decided that my stone cutter, which I started ages ago, was going to be my Rhinebeck sweater because I really should finish the darn thing. I started my stone cutter in, I know it was this year, but it was the beginning of this year, in January. I started this at the beginning of January as a winter camp project. Now, this is my second oldest project that is not a scrap project. So I don't really count scrap projects as active whips because I don't know when they're going to be done. I know when I started them, but you know, I'm making them as I make other things. So my beekeeper quilt and my mitered square blanket, just I'm not really counting for whips, mainly because I have no idea when they're going to be done. I only work on them when I have scraps and stuff to do. I mean, and I've gotten minis from people that I really should add, but anyways. So, I'm in the middle of a row, actually. Oh, that was real good. I left myself in the middle of a row. That was good. That was really good. I'm an idiot. I haven't touched this in months, and I don't know what row I'm on. I don't know what's going on, so this will be fun. I'm all tangled, as you can see. So here it is. Here's the back of the sweater. As you can see, it's a cabled pullover. For those of you that don't remember, this is, there we go. It's the Stonecutter Cabled Pullover by Michelle Wang. It's a Brooklyn tweed pattern. I am making the size 36 1/4, which is, I think, the equivalent of like the medium or whatever. 36 1/4, 36 1/4. No, it's the equivalent of the small. Because the intended ease is 3.5 to 5.5 inches. And I mean, it's shown with 5.5 inch ease on the model, but I don't mind if it's a little tighter. So, I have the pattern all printed out, and it's crazy. So, put that away. Here it is. I'm actually very close to being done the back. As you can see, I've started the armhole shaping, so it should be good. It's a little wrinkled because it's been sitting in a bin, so I mean, obviously everything will get a nice blocking, and I like that you can see the cable detail on the sweater because it's nice. If you're wondering what yarn I'm using, which for the true friend, by the way, I'm using Mad Tosh Twist Light in Log Cabin Brown and Kitten for the true friend. And the Stonecutter is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Superwash in Persimmon Heather, which it's a heathered yarn, but you can't really tell. You can see the cables, so it's cool, because I wanted a solid, but a solid with some interest to it, but it's solid enough that it's not a problem. So, and then the last thing that I have pulled out, so this makes 3 whips, which is more than I've had in months, in, well, weeks on this thing, is that the Shawl o' Doom is making a comeback. So the Shawl of Doom, for those of you that don't know, because I haven't talked about it in a while, where's my mouse? I'm sorry, I have my laptop this way, is actually called Granny Shane Shetland Shawl. It's a pattern by Margaret Stove from the book Wrapped in Lace, Knitted Heirloom Designs from Around the World, which I do own, and it is a insanely detailed lace square shawl. It's knit from the outside in. So I haven't worked on this in ages, but here's the thing. I cast this project on January 1st, 2013. This is my oldest whip, this thing. I want it done. And I want it done because at this point, I'm tired of knitting it, but I want it. Like, I've spent so long on it that I'm not just gonna frog it, because I'm not that insane. I did not spend this long on this project to just frog it. That's not happening. So I want to finish it. So my goal is to have it done for Spa in Freeport, Maine in February. Now, Spa has a fashion show where you can show off things you've knit. So my goal is to have this done for the fashion show at Spa. Blocked everything. Like, blocked before I get there, because blocking stuff in a hotel room the night before is not what I want to do. So ostensibly, get it done for February. In reality, I would like it done by the end of the year, because I would like to start 2017 without this still on the needles. 3 years is enough. Or 4 years, actually. 4 years is enough. Yeah, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 4 years. I want this done. So, I did put a few rows on it since the last time I showed it in the podcast. But as you can see, very big, very lacy. This is the outer border. So if I spread it out, you can see, like, my shirt through it. You can see the pattern a bit. So I am just hoping that once I finish the outer border, which I am about 2/3 of the way through, the center will fly, because the center is just knit straight in pattern for however long. So I am hoping that once I am done the border and I'm working on the center portion, I will be able to finish it fairly quickly. It's just the slog to get it through the outer border. Because what it is that you knit the edging, then you pick up the edging, then you knit the inner border, then you knit the center. That's how it goes. And I mean, you can go to the library and look at the book, so I'm not spoiling too much. I'm not showing you charts or anything. The charts are huge, by the way, and by huge I mean they are full pages. This pattern has 1, 2, 3, 4 charts in the book, 3 of which are full pages. One of which, just the little border chart, is like this big, and it's like on another page. But yeah, big project, big thing. Once I finish the Shawl o' Doom, as it has been affectionately nicknamed, and it has been affectionately nicknamed that, I want to do an even star. So, and I have yarn for an even star. I have I have some knit picks that I'm going to use. I'm pretty sure I have some knit picks. Stick picks. No, I wanted Q, not stash. Give me my Q. It's in my Q. No, I'm not going to do that. Yes, remove from queue, because I'm not going to need another one of these. I was originally going to do a second true friend in some stash that I had, and now I'm just like, nope. Nope, 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 nope. So let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here we go. I have, what do I have? Was I going to use this? Oh, I have some yarn I picked up when I was in Florida one time visiting family. It's some white lace that I'm going to do this with. So I should have enough. I have 1,650 yards, and I need, how much do I need? I need 1,500 at most, so I should be okay. So, fingers crossed. And you guys can go on my queue and look. I have my queue up on Rav, so feel free to just go through my queue and, you know, if you see anything. So yeah, sorry, I'm closing stuff out on my computer that I don't need, because I don't need those Ravelry pages anymore. So let's see. I did the FO thread. I talked about the stuff I've pulled out of hibernation. I talked about my true friend. Finally, the Olympics. I've been watching the Olympics. I don't know if you're watching the Olympics, but it is that time of year to watch them. I have been pretty obsessively watching them. It's the only real sporting event I actually like. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I don't watch the World Series. I don't watch the Stanley Cup. I don't, you know, I don't pay attention to any of the mainstream sports here in the U.S., but I do enjoy the Olympics. And I enjoy the good-natured competition of the Olympics. And yes, of course, I cheer for the U.S., and I'm happy when we win a gold. But, you know, people who have perfected their art so that they're good enough to get into the Olympics, they deserve a pat on the back just for making it. I mean, even though most people aren't going to win a medal. I mean, there's 11,000 athletes and only 2,000 medals, or 2,100 medals or something like that. But if you make it, if you are good enough to make it into the Olympics, you know, I think you deserve credit. And, I mean, I definitely couldn't do it. So, yeah, I have been really watching it. And I know, you know, there's controversy with Rio and whether facilities are ready or not, and I'm not getting into it. I'm not going to go there. I am just enjoying them for what they are, which is humanity coming together in friendly competition to, you know, show off our best. So, I've just been enjoying it. But of course, I haven't been actually watching much of it on TV because I like the stuff that they don't broadcast, like the equestrian and the archery. And I was watching fencing over the weekend, and I like the stuff that isn't necessarily as popular. Like, I don't give a crap about volleyball. I'm not going to watch the basketball. I'm not going to watch the golf. But the archery, the fencing, the judo, the equestrian, some of the cycling, I definitely do like watching that stuff. So I've been watching it online. So, yay. I think that is it. This is a slightly longer episode than I've been doing, but I don't think people mind. I haven't rambled too much, just a little bit here and there. So I'm going to let you go and have a good one, and I will see you next week. Bye!